Good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about the ways the government of Nigeria is acting. Ways the government of Nigeria the ways the government of Nigeria is addressing unemployment. The unemployment challenge. Youth unemployment is particularly severe with graduates and school leavers competing for scarce formal jobs. The informal sector, while absorbing many workers, offers se- limited income security, no social protection, and little opportunity for career growth, deepening the cycle of poverty. Nigeria faces one of the highest unemployment rates globally, with millions of young people unable to find formal work and turning to the informal sector for survival. Government strategy. Nigeria's government has adopted a multi-pronged strategy to tackle unemployment, targeting skills development, entrepreneurship, and direct job creation. The approach places particular emphasis on youth employment, recognizing young Nigerians as the cornerstone of long-term economic growth. It, what this is saying is basically saying the government has noticed that there are huge unemployment rates, and what they are doing to tackle unemployment is, they are teaching youths skill development and giving youths jobs to become entrepreneurs and some other things. A key policy a key policy priority is reducing reliance on the informal sector by creating structured pathways into formal employment. This includes investments in vocational training, digital skill programs, and support for small and medium enterprises to grow and formalize. The government is actively collaborating with private sector partners and international organizations to scale impact. This partnership brings additional funding, expertise, and global best practices to Nigeria's employment landscape, accelerating progress towards sustainable job creation. So, another thing the government is doing is to collaborate with private sectors to accelerate progress towards sustainable job creation, to reduce the unemployment rates of youth in the country. Key government programs tackling unemployment. We have NYSC, which is National Youth Service Corps, which fosters youth skills, national integration, and civic engagement, deploying graduates to undeserved communities across Nigeria. Another one is NPower program, which provides digital skills training and job placement for young Nigerians, equipping beneficiaries with tools to thrive in the modern workplace. You Win Connect offers entrepreneurship support and funding for startups, empowering young Nigerians to launch and grow sustainable business. G, which is Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, provides microcredits and business support to small enterprises, traders, and artisans across Nigeria. Of course, as much as we are trying to tackle unemployment, there are still some challenges that remain, which is Nigeria's large informal economy continues to limit formal job creation, while significant infrastructure deficits hinder business growth and investments across key sectors. This is bridging the gap between education and employment, and it remains critical, alongside addressing stark regional disparities in unemployment rates. The future plans we have is for Nigeria's government. Nigeria's government is committed to expanding employment through bold policy directions, investing in education technology, partnerships, and productive sectors to drive sustainable job creation. The summary and the call to action for Nigeria's government has made meaningful strides in tackling unemployment through initiatives like Empower, You Win Connect, and JEEP. These programs have trained and empowered hundreds of thousands of young Nigerians, demonstrating that sustained policy commitment, which can yield measurable results. However, progress must be sustained and scaled. Stakeholders, including the private sector, civil society, and international partners, are encouraged to actively collaborate with government to expand employment opportunities, bridge skill gaps, and build a more resilient Nigerian economy. So what this is saying is, the government, like I said before, has noticed that there are increasing unemployment rates for youth, and they are doing their best to tackle it by bringing meaningful initiatives like the ones I mentioned, NPA, NYSC, Win Connect, and Jeep. And these programs are doing their job, which is, teaching youth about skills, and teaching them about entrepreneurship, so they can be able to handle their own business. And it's working because youth nowadays have sustainable jobs, and they are fending for themselves and their families. Thank you. Any questions?
As you've mentioned that there are several programs, those are helping in employment, in increase of employment. But despite of these, the unemployment remains high in Nigeria. So what can be the structural, economic and governance challenges might be facing from the long term that are suffering through those the Nigeria is suffering?
Please, can you repeat yourself again, please?
A bit slower, please.
Please,
Yes.
a bit slower so that we can hear you.
Yes. So as you have mentioned that there are several programs, those are helping in increase of employment in Nigeria. But despite of these, the employment rate have not increased in Nigeria till yet. So what can be the long-term effectiveness on these initiatives and how could it be addressed?
Okay.
Okay. So we never spoke about the employment rate not increasing. Employment rate has actually increased in Nigeria drastically.
Reduced.
Increased.
Okay. So then
So-
answer his question when he said what's
Okay. So those programs are actually still giving it to them. The more entrepreneurs come, the more job opportunities youths can have. So now youths can go through their own jobs, working under people, and later they can also become entrepreneurs to start their own businesses, in which other youths can now work under them before they grow up to start their own.
So according to you, to what extent can entrepreneurship alone solve unemployment?
I think it's to a really large extent because every.
Speak up.
Okay, I think that entrepreneurship can solve unemployment to a very large extent because the big corporations that are employing millions of Nigerians started from one person. So when we teach entrepreneurship and then we teach these youths to create their own businesses, not only are they creating a job for themselves, they are creating a job for thousands of Nigerians.
And to add to that, schools also teach, entrepreneurship skills, technical skills to, fend for themselves outside. So it's not just entrepreneurship that helps. Skills in school also helps as well.
So the last question, according to you guys, what additional policies are needed to create sustainable formal sector jobs?
Okay. What are the sustainable things to create more formal jobs? Okay, please give us some time to think about it.
So,
Speak up.
what was the question again? You're mute.
We can't hear you.
Sorry, I was mute. So according to you guys, what additional policies are needed to create sustainable formal sector jobs?
Okay, so one thing the government can do is to fund the programs that aid youth employment. They can give them more money to bring in more youth and develop them. And another thing is they can reduce corruption in those programs. Like if corruption is reduced or eradicated totally, there won't be any corruption, which brings in more money to bring in more youth. So so the development can be more efficient.
Interesting. Continuity.
And another thing
Okay,
is
thank you.
for the government can continue like funding the programs. For example, if a government should leave today, we shouldn't like have any problem with it because another government can come in and continue what the other government has stopped, and if that happens, there's no reason to be scared in unemployment.
Okay, thank you. Nice opinion. Nice to see you.
Do we have more questions?
Do we have more questions?
Ma'am, you are muted.
So, from 1 hour and 7 minutes, we have talked about quality education, economic opportunities, and strong democracy. So, if you had to choose only one to say for the next generation of Nigerians,
Recording in progress.
what would you choose?
I would choose education, because I feel like as everyone says, knowledge is power. If they have the knowledge to be able to go out, they will be able to make jobs even without the economic opportunities and economic support of the government. If they have the knowledge to do it, they'll be able to do it. If you are given opportunity but you don't know what to do with it, then it's wasted. So I feel like education is the most important thing, and that is the one I would keep for the next generation. So just strengthening our education, I feel like it will really help with the unemployment. I hope I answered the
Okay,
question.
thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have more questions?
I guess that was all.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.